So let's begin. I'm clearing the space, clearing your space. Done. Removing everything else that is not in the highest best good. Done. What's this one? Ejecting all entities that is not aligned to highest best good out of the space that we're having on this session. If you need to talk to me later. Thank you. Done. Now I'll be opening a lot of portals and stargates and everything to facilitate the energies that will be coming. And I will be, if you haven't activated your Merkaba, I will probably activate it. Let me ask your higher selves first. Asking consent for everyone, for their higher self, for everything that will be done on this healing. I will describe what's to be done, and without the vessel's consent, I will not apply it or it will not be applied. Yep, thank you. So the next thing that I will ask everyone is like, if you agree to this, I will explain what I will be doing, and everything beyond that is not allowed, technically. I ask your higher selves. The only other, what do you call this? Thing that they ask is a permission or consent for you if you want to receive this healing acceleration as well. Because with this one, other than deep cleansing you, we are technically updating your genetics and also a what do you call this? I'm not sure if we will cover karmic depths because they want everyone to really accelerate the progress because now we're shifting from 5D to 5th dimension. So we should be having a system on automatically finishing our 7 chakras. We should be moving to 12, 15 to 22 chakras, and we should have a system already to handle that without even like balancing each one of them. So because if you are still in 3D going to 4D, you're still trying to balance it by, focusing on it and circulating it, making it bigger or smaller, or you can even command it like how Katie said. You already know by now that you have emotional body, mental body, physical body, etherical, energetic, astral. And you as a soul, you can command them technically. And by doing so, you can even say to let's say, this is a weird example. Let's say you're getting horny and everything. You can just say to your sacral chakra, go to your regular size and to your regular flow. And you will feel that feeling fades away. It's like an imbalance, right? Or even if you're getting cranky or something is like you're getting insecure, so your root chakra is imbalanced, not really imbalanced, more like underperforming because it's triggering your imbalance. It's either underperforming or overperforming. So you can just command it like root chakra, go regular flow and regular size, and it will balance it out. But that's old method. Right now, like Katie said, you can have systems that will automatically trigger, or it will trigger whenever you need it. Some people who don't have complex systems, they rely on crystals. We will be mostly involved with a lot of crystals at the Arcturian activations. And we will be visiting Arcturian temple, which is where we will be doing the healing and everything. And you may experience astral travel or out-of-body experience with this one because I will be activating or dealing technically accessing your Merkabahs. And for if you are curious which crystals can help with what do you call this chakras, you can have the kyanites. I'm not sure which one. I think it's the orange and the black ones, or the green ones as well. One activates all of your chakra nodes. One balances automatically. And those two kyanites, I'm not sure it's orange, black, or not the blue. That's for the throat, or the green. And once that happens, kyanites don't hold energy, so you don't need to clear them and everything. So you can just put them in your left pocket. The same thing as automatic. So you can have those if you don't have a complex system or a magic book per se. To some, let me see. I'm shaking. It's freezing in my area. So I'm calling all the ascended masters. For those who are late, I'm asking your higher selves and the vessels to give me consent on this healing, and I will explain everything on what needs to be done. And so the first thing that we will do is we will be visiting the Crystal Temple, which is a special facilities that the Arcturians provided us. They will be taking a lot of energies from your body, even probably something like in a portion of your life. They will ask you to pinpoint certain aspects of your life to be absorbed, and we will deal with those as well. So we will see what will happen. So let's begin. The space is already cleared, and all the entities that is not aligned to the highest best good is already removed at the moment. So the diameter of the security or the barrier that is applied on everyone is almost 3,000 square feet, as you as the what do you call this, the core. So no one will be able to pass through that one. So let me see. I call all the ascended masters, ascended ancestors, galactics, all entities that is aligned to the highest best good of all and least harm. Calling all the angelic realms, all entities that will be helping with this clearing and acceleration, the guides, spirit animals, everyone and everything. Opening portals, opening corridor of light, spreading my stargate to all everyone. So they want me to explain a corridor of light. A corridor of light is like a stargate or a portal, but it's like a hallway that Arcturians use, and they normally use Merkabahs for transitioning to this area. But there's many ways of traveling through each dimension, so don't be limited with Merkabah, because Pleiadians taught me something else. So you just wanting me to explain. Sorry for the shaking of the voice. I'm freezing in my area. So I want everyone to close their eyes and concentrate on your heart chakra. I will now summon an inverted cones. It looks like pyramids, but it's cones of light, blue light, that will be enveloping all of your astral body and your energetic body. And I will now activate all of your Merkabas for this journey. If you want sit into a better position that you can, if you suddenly fall asleep or drop down, it will be safe for you. So let's see. Now let these cones of light or pyramids of light, which is, but it's round, envelop your etheric body. As your Merkaba spins and activates, we will be going to the corridor. It's a corridor of light, like a walkway. It is similar to the light when you die. So you will be seeing my astral projection. So if you see it, just follow me. And we will arrive shortly in the Crystal Temple of Arcturians. Now, this Crystal Temple, in front of it, there's a lake which is 1 mile in diameter. And in the middle of the lake, there is a huge crystal, which is almost half the size of the lake. And as we are now approaching the shorelines of the temple and the lake, I will be lifting all of these cones. And as I lift them up, all of the dense energies that you have, everything that is not in alignment of you, transcending from fourth dimension to fifth and beyond, will be taken. And everything that is blocking you at now, and everything is being taken. I will now lift all of these cones away from your etheric body down into the lake. The lake will be transmuting all of these energies, and it will turn them into something else and charge all of these energies that is also lacking to give you a boost and acceleration. This may affect your physical body. So if you feel tired for the next few days, or just drink water, listen to your body, because there might be changes that it will affect your reality. Now I lift all of the cones back to your etheric body, charging all of your energies back to you. Now, what I want you to do is to focus on every aspect of your life that needs to be addressed, everything that needs to be looked upon or need guidance, help, and everything. And I want you to focus on all of those, and the cones of light will absorb them as well. I'll give you 2 minutes to refocus on everything that you need to recall. You can just flashback them into your mind, because the more you focus on them, the more we pinpoint the energy and the more it's being absorbed by the cones of light. Now I'm lifting all the cones up again and putting them into the lake while we are cleansing and purifying all of these energies, all of these karmic debts, all of these challenges that you have, lessons pending. We will now charge them up and embed them with acceleration as you are now needed to go beyond 5D so that we can support the 8 billion that is waiting for us. And as you hear this, the crystal temple, the Arcturian crystal temple is now maximizing all of your telepathic gifts, all of your telepathic vision, hearing, and knowing. It's being upgraded in frequency and in vibration. And you are now being bathed in light by the temple and by the crystal in the lake. Let the energy go through to all points of your energy field, to your body, that spread from head to toe, to the fingers, to all of your meridians, everything. Let it shower you. Now I pull the cones of light off the lake again. And now this cones also contains genetic upgrades for your physical body to hold the new frequency that you will be having. Because the cones itself, you will be having your physical body, the frequency of it and the vibration of it upgraded. And once that upgrades, some of your psychic gifts might wake up abruptly. Okay, they want me to explain it. When you your thoughts, when you astral travel, when you buff off of your body, you will hear your body like a low hum, low vibration. And as you go farther from your body, you will less hear it because your physical body is low vibration. What we're doing right now is making it higher vibration and higher in frequency. And like we all say, people can read thoughts. That's not technically half true, technically. You can read thoughts because thoughts and emotions are energy. And your body can only pick up what it's designed to pick up. So when it almost touches the frequency and the vibration of thoughts and emotions, now you start feeling other people's thoughts and emotions, and you become higher in telepathy. Your skills gets higher and everything. So that's the you may expect something like that. So you may hear voices. Don't be afraid. Be open to it. It may be your guides. You can start to hear them. Now I'm lifting all of these cones back to your body. And all the genetic imprints will be passed to your etheric body and astral body, which will be the one who's containing the codes for now until it returns to your physical body. The cones that is enveloping your etheric body will keep your frequency and vibration to the maximum allowable of the highest setting that you can take. If you can reach 24th dimension, then your vibration that will be being kept will be at the maximum that you can take. So no need to worry. It's not a race. You want me to tell you? I'm sorry, Tamara, if you become hot. Let me suit in out. This is Divine Mother light language. Kalahayay na. Kalahayay na. Like all of these energies, if it's too much, I will make them harmonize. So it doesn't have any conflict with any of your energies. Now, follow me again to the light corridor as you are enveloped by the cone of light, as we will now go back to your body, your physical body, as we will be injecting all of these codes, genetic upgrades to your physical body and lifting its vibration. I'm gonna push your energetic body down with the cone to your physical body. Let's make it gentle. There should be no ascension symptoms with this method. The genetic upgrades that you will be receiving right now gives you access to this special Arcturian corridor. So technically you can visit the crystal temple whenever you want. If you have problems or ailments, or you want something to be addressed with, you can go to the crystal temple or you can talk to your Arcturian guides. You may not find them in beside you, but they are there. And they're not just Arcturian, even the ascended masters are here in the angelic realms. Raphael is technically assisting with the evolution of your physical body. Drink water if you must. Now I'll be lifting up all of these cones of light back to the corridor and close everything, all the portals and everything, disconnect. Now all of your guides and all of your spirit teams, even your spirit animals, will now be assisting you in integrating all of this, accelerating integration without ascension symptoms to completion instantly. You may see a lot of stuff in your dreams tonight, so take care of your vessel. Technically, it's biohacking. So whenever you're ready or you're called to, you can open your eyes whenever you're ready. And it's done. The cleansing and the genetic upgrade is done. Let me know if you have questions. The last time I had an etheric surgery with Arcturians, when I go to their med bay, is when they told me to stop drinking coffee. Being an IT professional, I've been drinking coffee like from morning to night, like water, and for 17 years straight. And if I don't drink it, my hands start shaking, I'm sweating, fidgety, like an addict per se. And they said, we cannot let you go continue like this forever. So they said, okay, what do you want me to do? Let's upgrade something on your mind. So I went there, got the upgrade. The next day I drink water. No withdrawal symptoms. No nothing. Until right now, I just drink water. No nothing. I forgot about coffee. So that's how it may impact you. So if you have request, okay, some of the galactics are saying me. So technically, Arcturians, if you want if you want to have something addressed with your body, just talk to your spirit team. And I'm just not. It depends for everyone's spirit team, but if I'm upgrading my physical body, I go to the Arcturians or the Galactic Federation in the moon. If I need something to do with soul integration, I go with Andromedans, and we have Andromedan spirit soul integration team. Now you know them, you can call them, especially when you're trying to integrate multiple timelines. They will help you jump through timelines, and when you jump timelines, you will feel vibration like a kundalini, but it's different. It's depends on your energetic center. And when you vibrate, don't panic. Just say, "What are you?" Then the first thing that pops in your head, be open, and they will say, "Oh, it's just a what do you call this? Your jumping timelines." Or sometimes if you've seen like a weird dreams when I work with Andromedans and they integrated, sometimes the other me, especially on the lower timelines, they show me the memories or the experiences of what they experience on the dream. I mean that reality, because do I have to explain multidimensionality, right? I'm asking the no, it's a rabbit hole. It's probably on the next live. I'll explain about multidimensionality and how soul retrievals and soul integrations are important. Soul retrievals are when your soul is fragmented, but sometimes when you're multidimensional and you're linked up already with all of your higher selves, and some of them is not in full power. So for you to access their full power, you have to work with their regrets. And that means their soul is fragmented, not yours. Although you are them, you have one oversoul, meaning the God that you're complaining to. Back off a bit. My truth may be not be your truth. I don't want to influence whatever your truth or what you're manifesting. So take what resonates and leave the rest, because your truths might not be the same. So what I'm explaining right now may be true for you and may not be true for the next timeline. How do you say this? So soul integration. So I did a couple of those on my other higher selves so that I can access some of their gifts in full capacity. And I even wrote all of their stories and how you have to relive them and change what should happen. And there's a lot of stories around that one, but we can do that on another time. So it's fun stuff. And so, like I said, they want, I'm not sure why they want to unload a lot of stuff right now. So they said, don't be limited with the angelic realms in this planet. There's a lot of angelic realms that coming down in here, and there's a lot of new archangels. That is being because they said some people are not saying that, oh, they're not part of the 12 archangels, which is famous, but it's not limited to one planet per se. And if an average soul is 1.8 billion years old, so imagine how many lifetimes you have, and imagine how many planets you have been, and how many galactic entities and angelic realms which is exposed to you on those timelines. So you're just saying don't be limited on angelic realms. What's next? Hold on. Ascended masters. They want to talk about, looks like it becomes a coaching. They have like a message each. So ascended masters. Um They said that, wow, you're Asian. It's cool. Probably part of those souls who are created when Source created soul sparks. I wonder if you guys have met Source yet. I'm not sure why I met these entities very quickly, because I had a NDE per se. And when you got a near-death experience or something similar, you get to go into the soul realm. And some people go back with a lot of skills and truths because they get to link with their oversoul. And the download was so huge, even the connection was like that. So that's why people change when they have these kinds of experiences, because they get downloads, suddenly they're like a different person. So what do you want me to say? They're giving me too much topic. We're jumping one topic to another. So hold on for a bit. Let me organize. Line up. Ascended Master first. They said, teachings, religions, Bibles, and everything, as long as it expands you, it's all good. Is that what they're saying? But don't force it on anyone, because everyone have their own truth. Everyone have their own perspective. Some people may be seeing the side of a cube as a square, and you're seeing the front as a circle, but both of you are true. All right. So they said, timelines again. Okay. Should I? Okay. Give me an example then. Okay. They want me to explain timelines again with perception. When you're navigating timelines, the people that's triggering you right now, that's making you angry, anxious, everything that you consider negative, it's their called soul contract on that timeline where you are right now to do that to you. So no matter what you say, no matter what you force them to do, they won't do it. They will be stubborn, and they will be sticking to that until you see what's behind what they're doing, because they're triggering you so you can focus on those emotions, on those beliefs, on those patterns. And when you expand it and learn what should be done, then suddenly you change your perception, your belief, you align better on your another timeline, you shift timeline, then you meet another people. Now they don't behave differently. Now other people is now triggering you. So be sure that when you get triggered, it's for you. No matter how bad it is, it's being there for you to be a clear indicator that it's all for you. Good job, Tamara. So yeah, a lot of us have been technically, want me to say, one purpose of your lifetime is which one first? Okay, I'll go for the purpose first and why you need to go that way. Because they're jumping, put this first. Hold on. So I'm being crammed up with information. So one of the purpose of your life, probably 80% of the people who will be hearing here will have the same one purpose, not really one of your many purposes. There you go. They corrected me. One of your many purposes is to be an ascended master for the future use. Because now you are ascending and you're mastering your soul. You're accessing multiple lifetimes that they don't have the ability to even do it. So now you're doing that. Or you already ascended and you're showing other people how to do it as well, like what Jesus did. Now they want me to explain how to accelerate it, or what I did. In this lifetime, in this first lesson that you have, you normally have one lesson, major lesson, which is for this life. And that's why you are so segregated with your oversoul, because each soul have their own life. One giant lesson, one giant course per se, with many lessons. So what they are saying now is that in this lifetime, why it's very good opportunity for many souls, because now instead of wasting many lives in one course with many lessons, now they're putting too many. When you finish your main course in this one, you can ask them if you can finish more other courses that needs other lifetimes instead of just one. And when you finish all of those, you can ask them, can I relax now? Then they can say, sure. But if you get bored, come on, give me another course of another lifetime that you want to learn. So when you compress all of those, you can relax in the end. But it depends on what you want. But that's the biggest opportunity of the Earth School, because Earth School is hardwired level 99 in hardness. And you are being brought here because you are technically an elite soul on the outside. So every soul on the Earth School right now is elite souls, best of the best. So be proud of yourself. You're struggling right now, but you have shrugged many of these death-defying struggles in other lifetimes. So, and I even have my recall on how I accepted my job in this lifetime, like Tamara. Last time I went when I was a child, they said, this course is very hard, Sure, I'm fine. I'm happy. I could help a lot. I was saying like that. I couldn't see my form. And the guy said, my spirit team was about to deploy me to Earth said, are you sure? Are you really, really, really sure? Or really, 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 really sure? Then I said, yeah, it's fine. It's all good. Now I went back here. Some people have multiple walk-ins, but it's just another aspect of your soul. Just same you, but different maturity level. And I'm not sure if this is going to be a rabbit hole, but there will be a time when if you remember in your lifetime, that there will be major moments that it will shock your psyche, like an accident, like something that you dodge a bullet and suddenly your perception change or your attitude change. That's a high chance that it's a walk-in. You flip the driver technically. Okay, that's like tag team, like I'm next. So your childhood, you want me to explain that one? Back to Arcturians, they said sometimes when you're integrating, your body couldn't take your soul. So some of you might be premature or have deficiency when you were a child. And it's just that your body couldn't take how strong your soul is. And when the walk-ins comes, it's the time where your body is ready to take in the new soul, which is still the same you. It's you. It's just a different mindset, different approach. And when the walk-in comes, we can also call those exit points, because on those incidents, if you have finished all of your lessons, by free will, you can say, I'm done. And you will just expire on that exit point. So you don't need a walk-in or it's exit points. And she released the souls. You can integrate them still. And some people just, Tamara said, she have released the souls. They're still connected. So they probably released from your physical body because it's too heavy if there's too many souls riding on it. But there are other souls that are like what you call this tag team. Like they just ride on your experience to watch you on the same body, and they just go away without doing something else. But that's not kind of possession. Your soul allowed it. Oh, that they hijacked me. Oh boy. When was that? They hijacked your soul or your body. Looks like that's an Indian. 3 months old. Wow. Oh boy. That's awesome. So hold on. 100 entities. Okay, they want me to say a little bit background. When I had an NDE, I'm for 30 plus years, I'm a scientific skeptic. If you couldn't sense it or like make it an equipment tech it, it's not real. But I'm curious with the void history, the history that is not beyond 2000 years. And ETs, I've been curious about them, but other than that, I'm a scientific skeptic before my awakening, and I just awakened 1 year ago. And they say it's not a race. They said one person who have a 30-year experience of awakening, they can compress it and give it to you in big manner. And the problem with that is that every day is a miracle, and every day you'll experience a less instead of it spreading it in 30 years. So every day you'll have a challenge, keep on going up. If people who have signed up with it can take it, but some couldn't, so they can ask, can you give me a little bit leeway with my work and everything? Wow, that's a lot of entities, 20 entities each. Oh, wow. A lot of 9 souls is sharing your body, so that it was something that had never been seen. Yeah, it's really odd to a lot of souls entering, sharing a body with Tamara. Because some people who have a shared in body with multiple souls who are trying to be dominant becomes schizophrenic. So it's not a disease for the mind. It's just there's too many souls in body. So something like that. So let me see. What else do you want to say? Anything else that you want to say? Angelic realms want to say something. They said, when you encounter healers, this is something that will boost your manifestation and take control of your where you can divert or what is being taken from you when you're being healed or when you're accepting a healing. Normally you can say normally just people just say thank you, right? And what happens is that when a healer heals you or gives you something of service, they get something in return. The universe will take something off of you and you don't have control of it. And it's just to balance things out. Now, one thing you can control is when a service was done to you. This is applied to even your enemies, your loved ones, and everyone, everything. When you say thank you for pointing me that way, thank you for this way, or thank you for what have you given to me, you can just say thank you, and I bless you on what you need. So you received, now you are blessing them on what they need. So now you control what you give instead of universe trying to balance it forcibly. It's a law of balance. So just say thank you, and I bless you on what you need. And when you say what you need, sometimes people need a hard lesson. Some people need a blessing, but that's what they need. And then when you bless that one, technically you give something of value to that person and of equal return. So technically, in it becomes a balanced exchange. Yep. Anything else, angelic grounds? Anyone else want to talk? The grace. There's a lot of grace, by the way. There's grace that have been doing human experimentations and everything, and there's multiple grace that help humanity as well. So there's multiple species of grace, like how many species of insects there are. So some of them are saying that they have taken care of you guys during your development, and they said, I'm not sure, it's not more like a blessing. They bless you and they will continue to work with you. They look like child raised, like very small, like 2 feet, 1 feet, and they always been there taking watch of you. If you see a moving star, then suddenly disappears. That's them just saying, just waving at you or something like that. And don't be limited to one galactic. So when you thank your spirit team every day, sorry, this healing session became a session. I'm not sure why they are channeling that way, but they said that I lost it. They interrupted me. What's this one? Recommended everyone that the book Elena the Anan, A Gift from the Stars. Amazing description of galactic races. Yeah, there's a ton of them out there. And so when you thank your spirit team, I call them spirit team because there's too many. And even some of us in here are even protected by the dark and the light. They want me to explain on that one. In this reality, human experience, we go by the law of Trinity: body, the soul, and the spirit, past, present, future. Or what else? It's all Trinity technically. And what they say is you have to maintain balance, like past, present, future. Now you have to maintain focus on present because you couldn't fix the past, but you can affect the future. Example is that when you start anchoring your higher self, especially your oversoul, and you start to improve yourself, your oversoul technically evolves because you're affecting too many souls right now and you have access to too many higher selves, and you're even uplifting all of your lower selves to a higher state. And so they evolve. You may not, let's say you receive a healing for a gift. It may not affect you personally, but there's gonna be a you that is connected to you that is being applied to. That's what they're saying, and they evolve through you. So it's a big opportunity. So that's why they said, I lost there. But it's not meant to be said. Okay. Yeah. They sometimes, when I'm in a trail of thought, then they just like, cut it. Nope, nope. They're not meant to hear that yet. You may affect timelines. And that's why I said when I say something, sometimes they cut me off because it may not be true to some of you. And if you hear it, then suddenly you will make it your truth. And it may push you to a good timeline, but not your best. So that's why some of us are careful with our words. So, oh my God. Did I disconnected? looks like they are really cutting me out. They said, enough. Okay. Because I like to talk a lot. So I may have spilled a lot of what do you call this? Rabbit holes. And there's an episode for each. You may get an overload, but let me see what if you allow me to tap into your energetic body, I will be just releasing everything that is not of other than the deep cleanse. I'll be checking all of your nodes and everything. Normally, I would install something. Installation is something that a skill or a psychic surgeon will just implant into it. It's more like an implant, but it's a new system per se. They want me to explain it. Okay. One of the things that I have installed into some of my clients is what I call converter. It it evolved from the skill that they granted me, that because one of my higher self is a crystalline dragon. Now I have been programming on my earlier days crystals, anything rock, like your granite and everything. I start programming it. And I said, everything, the food that touches this table, make it high vibrational. Then I started blessing my garden. Then I got a good garden last year. Now the gnomes are saying, put some crystals on the ground. Then they keep on popping up edible mushrooms in my front lawn. And so I'm being fed high vibrational stuff right now. So that happens as well. So when I evolved that one, I was saying, can you? They said, you can make this more simplified and more accurate. And so I said, because if a food doesn't touch the table, then it doesn't apply. Then I said, how about we apply it to the body? Now I said, how about every sustenance that I take in will be charged to transmuted to high vibrational. And if it's not, I just secrete it out. Then they said, fine, sustenance. Then they said, you can expand more. Then they said, the air is being polluted, water, your skin absorbs water and everything. And I was like, okay, let's expand the skill more. So as you can see, now they're explaining like how about the energy consumption? If it's too harsh for the body, the energy consumption will be higher to convert it into neutralized and good, better version of it. So what happened is that I have to design a skill. I call it a skill, a converter, that I already preset everything. And when I install it to the client, I discuss it like, this will be the functionality of it. And I already asked your permissions from your higher self. And now I'm asking you if you want me to install it. What happens that it's like crystals. When I'm programming other people's crystal, I pull your energy and I ask for your, what do you call this? Consent. Because if I touch my energy, that crystal, it may get rejected like an organ transmutation or like implanting, right? If it's foreign for the body, it will reject, then you lost an organ. So what happens is that I pull a part of your energy, I create that skill, install it on you, then it becomes yours forever until you can say dissolve or eject or whatever. Because I give you full control. Now you can say, I don't need this anymore, dissolve it and transmute it to my abundance, recycle it, because it's now all yours. So technically, no one can touch it, and everything security-wise, to hijack it and everything is applied to it. So there are times that it's being tested on myself. So I had curses attacked on it, multiple dark entities attached on it. So skill was so huge to be, let's say, it's too huge for you to take note of it and to remember everything compared to someone just install it to you and you just know it's there. and it's covered. So let me explain. So you want me to do that? We have time? Okay. If you consent, I will be installing converters, the final form. And when I install something, which is my job as a psychic surgeon, um, it is yours. When you say dissolve, it will dissolve into neutral energy, and you can just throw it, go to my abundance. I don't need it anymore. I can support myself. So something like that. I give you full authority of it over it. Let me ask all of your higher selves first. As long as you agree, they said. So, but I will have to explain all of it. So I call this converter, technically converter, because it's a major um, surgery, because it accesses all of your energy nodes, everything, all even up to your auric field, and it accesses everything. And it's not just sustenance and everything. It's a huge overhaul of your energetic fields to every ley lines, pathway, energy ley lines. Because now people are saying, I need to eat plants only or with life. But sometimes you don't have a choice, but you have to eat what's in your table with your current situation. Unavoidable. So, but you don't have the excuse, right? So depends on what you're guided to. So this converter will help you have your food or whatever you're taking in converted to highest or to its most beneficial form, or even if it's harmful for you, it will be neutralized, but it will eat more energy. But don't abuse it. What they are saying to remind you guys that you have free will. If you eat a ton of sugar, of course, it will try to convert it, but it will be having a hard time. So if suddenly, instead of having a sugar rush, you suddenly feel tired, that means your body is trying to convert or eject, expel what's in that food that you're taking in that's not of your highest best good, or something that they couldn't convert into beneficial versions of it. So what the converter does is that, okay, that's not part of it. Okay. They want me to install two things. One is the converter. Let's finish the converter. They're rushing me. Okay, is there someone here that needs to go? Why are they rushing me? So one first thing is the converter. And what happens is that everything that you take in or being exposed to is being converted into the highest form that's beneficial to you or neutralized. And technically it converts it to something that you need. And it goes to wherever what you really need. Like it can transmute something that it neutralizes into your prosperity, abundance. So depends on that one. I'm kind of a nut for transmutation, energy transmutation. I'm taught by my yin yang seraphim self about it. So okay. So it converts everything that's exposed to your physical body. Yes, just physical body. Yep. Not the barrier. Later, that's for later. Okay. So what happens is that I pull a part of your energy and I construct the converter, and I will install it to every energetic point of your body, from the macro to the micro level up to the cellular level. And if you suddenly feel a jolt or a need to go to the washroom and drink water or get hungry, then just do what your body is asking. So if you agree for this, installation, just say yes, only for the highest best good of all. And let's begin. Pulling a part of your energy, transmuting to the prescribed skill, which is called converter, set to my magic book. All updates are automatically applied. It is not just limited to sustenance, everything that your body is exposed to. If you need to take a shower after this, just do so. Converter creation complete. I will now inject it into your body. Connecting it all to your energy points, to the macro, to the micro level, replicating this function to all of you on all timelines, all dimensions, all realms of existence. So every you will have this function or skill. The preset is passive, so it's automatic. You don't need to activate it. It's always on. Energy consumption set to the minimum unless you put in something that is very hard to take in. You will know it. Circulating all of your energies, all different energies from your body to the converter, spreading it all the way to your veins, everything, to the cells, to the genes, integrating, activating, distribute, complete. That's for converter. The next one is, I don't have, they want me to explain. I don't have a shield. Because there were a time when I was like dealing with curses, frequencies sent my way when I was, because when you're a healer, you're exposed to other people's energy, and when you tap into them, sometimes the bridge, something's crosses over. So you have to be careful. So not everyone's built as a healer, because you have to be prepared on what you're being exposed to and whatever is coming in or in between, because you're now tapping into other people's energy field. I didn't have a barrier because my seraph himself said, instead of blocking them, you just, convert them. Then I said, how about if I can't convert them, something like a heavy curse or dark something, then they just said, how about throw it to source? Then source said, how about you neutralize it? Then I said, okay, when I neutralize it, then what should I do with it? Then source said, then transmute it again and put it into yourself, absorb it. So, so I have experienced that one for like months, more like a month. I call it a converter shield. It's not a shield. It absorbs. It helps with emotions and every energy that you can cover. Let's say you are exposed to hate, and suddenly you couldn't understand why you can't get angry. It's just your converter shield is converting it to something else, so your emotional body couldn't even access it. So everything that is not of your highest best good or energies that is not yours is being converted. And it covers frequency, the trinity of energies: frequency, energy, vibration. And I had experienced attacks with low vibration, low energy, and low frequency. So that's why I compress them all together. Let's cover everything. There was one time I was like driving, then the angelic realm is like, someone sending you low vibration, then suddenly I hear my ears suddenly like, whoa, something like that. So technically, it's a low vibration that may affect your mood and everything. It's something else. Even a simple envy can affect you, especially now that we're transcending 4D, where the emotions are amplified because we are partly dream realm. So there's a huge influx of energy, and now your physical body is now accessing higher thoughts and higher frequencies. Now you are exposed to even their thoughts. So it's not a mental barrier. I'm not gonna install that. So I have a lot of converters, and this is another version of them. And that's why I don't have a shield. And I have to explain because your higher selves always ask me to have it explained before I install something, all the functionalities of it. So what it does is it converts every frequency, energy, vibration that is not yours, even if it's yours that is not of your highest best good, like suddenly you're very angry at something, then suddenly you stop, like you catch yourself. You're converters converting yourself. Because I had that, I keep on converting outside. Then I said, I keep on raging sometimes, so convert mine as well. So it converts all sides. As long as it's not aligned to your highest best good, it helps you transmute it. So it converts it to something that you need. Or you can even ask it to convert it to something specific. But I won't go that path because I just let it do its job. So it will convert it to whatever you need. Whatever it doesn't convert, it will neutralize it. Then it will convert it again to something that you need. And if it couldn't neutralize it or convert it, it will reflect it back. Now, there's catch there. What it reflects is either a blessing or something that person needs. Let's say a stranger just yelled at you and you're not, you don't deserve it. It reflects that energy if it couldn't be converted or couldn't be neutralized to whatever they need. So technically, you're blessing them in return. If they deserve a harsh lesson, then you're converting that automatically. And by reflecting what they need, you earn karmic brownie points. So that's why I made a huge skill system, because what if scenario A, what if scenario B? So now we earn brownie points, and it's a whole system. I don't worry about psychic attacks. I don't worry about evil eyes and everything. Now, why I wear crystals is to make it more amplified. They're saying, "Hey, who's next? You want me to explain something, something like green aventurine or citrine that will enhance your prosperity or abundance." Also, why do you want me to teach this right now? They're saying abundance is having to do something right now, or being able to do what you need to do when you need to do it. That is abundance, not money, prosperity, wealth. That's different. That is abundance. And don't mistake it for wealth. And they said, like, green adventuring may ramp up or times two. Let's make times two for now. Times two your luck, your prosperity. But if you're just sitting on your couch and doing nothing, your prosperity is zero. 0 times 2 by green aventuring, sorry, is still 0. So you see what I mean? It doesn't give you something that you don't have. It amplifies what you have. Example again, I'm not sure why they're channeling this to me right now. So example again is that when you're saying, I don't have money, everything that comes out of your mind, your type, spell through universe that you're acknowledging that that is your truth, and therefore universe will give it more to you. I don't have money. Okay, universe say, let's give you more circumstances that you don't have more money. Then what happens is now you're having an abundance of luck. Fantastic. You're manifesting luck, your own blocking. So that's why the bottom line is that they say is that be careful what you say. And worrying is the worst kind of prayer because it hits all the three major manifestation modes. Your emotions is all over the place. You're overthinking it and you're acting on it. Three things that accelerates your manifestation. Now you're putting more energy on that scenario. So it's you yourself is powering something that you don't want to happen. And that's what they said. They just start to be comfortable with the uncertain. Okay, that's enough. I need to install. We're going over time. Okay, let's do the install. This is the reflective barrier. And I hope it serves everyone, especially the ones who gets reflected on. It's not a mental barrier that I installed to some people that stops everything from hijacking or letting you hear something else like possession or something. It's more like an energetic frequency vibration barrier. It doesn't deal with entities. Oh, there's another one. Looks like right on time for the installation. Hello, hello, welcome to the late night installation. So with your consent again, if you allow me to install this and pull a bit of your energy to mold this barrier into all of your auric fields, into your body as well, everywhere again, because I apply it to everywhere. Just say yes only for the highest best good of all. Your higher self agreed. I have explained all the mechanics. Yep, all agreed. So let's begin. Pulling a little bit of your energy. Creating reflective barrier. Reflective converter barrier. You want me to specify it? Installing, recirculating all of your energetic system. Reconnecting it to the sustenance converter that I just installed a while ago. Wow, that's hot. My hand is feeling so hot. Oh my God. And it's cold here. Wow, that's very hot. You guys have a lot of environmental things going on there that's converting it. Wow. Set to reactive. Low energy consumption. Thank you. Okay, they want me to explain. Installation complete. Done. One more thing about this energetic barrier or converter, reflective converter, is that it only activates when it's need to. It's like a sensor light that when it detects something, it turns on. Because let me explain. One of my clients before have an issue with her barriers because her student is attacking her. I said, come on, show me your put up your barrier, visualize it. So she closed her eyes, visualized the barrier, and I said, I'm gonna destroy it. I clapped. She said, oh, I blocked it. Now focus on me. visualize your barrier. Now, again, look at something else. I clap. Then I said, check your barrier. She said, oh no, it's gone. Then I installed the same barrier to her. Then I said, activate this one, the reflective reactive barrier. Then do not activate anything and I will attack you. She closed her eyes. I clapped again. I hit her in this side. She said, oh my God, the barrier activated just on this side. And it looks like a honeycomb. And it converted it. So that what may feel like it. And yep, I just need to explain that one because they said you forgot that part. So it's energy efficient. There was one time that all of my skills are all running all at the same time, that I'm always sleepy. I was so drained for 1 week. And they said, you have to fix all of your skills. It's all running all over the place and when you don't need it. So I created multiple branches, systems of my skills. And right now we're running at 800 plus. And I call it a magic system per se. So there's a lot of complementing skills that complements each other. Like you will notice that the converter barrier complements is almost the same as the converter for your body, right? So it technically covers multiple aspects. So these are just, you just said that you people with what's happening right now, the change is coming, but we need something that accelerates everyone because now you're eating high vibrational no matter what you eat. As long as you don't have the choice at the moment, not like, oh, I want a McDonald's right now, and you eat it, then you have a choice to rather than doing your something else than this one. But you don't have to very strict yourself. You can enjoy what you want, and it's up to you. It's all free will. It doesn't restrict. Now, everything that I installed, you can just dissolve it and push it to something that you want it to go. And it will, you can just say, dissolve it, put it into my relationships. Dissolve it, put it into my prosperity. So it's free energy. But this systems is already distributing all of it. Because if you, all of your relationships, spiritual growth, physical body, emotional, mental, if it's all balanced, it will just distribute it evenly. Technically, everything's being done for you because I'm lazy. I want to design a system that makes me just, I put it there, I know it's there, forget it. So I have that system. And sometimes you may suddenly, probably for the first few weeks, suddenly you feel like I want to shower every day. Your body started, you started to poop a lot or sweat a lot or have to scrub a lot. It's just your body's now trying to convert what's inside of you that is not serving you, and it's pushing it out. And I had that with my lungs. So I have a weak lungs when I was born, and they regrew technically in my lungs. Now I don't really have problems with it. So some things might change as well with the converter because they touch everything. It's into the cellular level. Let me see. Everything's working fine. Other than that, they want to cover another one. Oh my God, it's gonna be a 2-hour session. They said yesterday, you guys know about energetic hygiene, and you can set it to automatic and everything, chakra nodes and everything. One thing that I did with my chakra nodes, because when you go higher realms dimension, it goes to many, 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 but like source, it goes back to one, like source. So what I did to mine, I'm fused all my chakra nodes into one and preset some of it, like not cannot be blocked, cannot be this, cannot be this, immune, auto clear, and everything. You can preset that on your own, but I won't install that today. But the things that, what are you trying to say? About chakras? Sorry. Oh, okay. Thank you for reminding me. They want to point out 2 points. There now, because of too many energies that you're being exposed to and too many energies in your system, like you have galactic energy, light energy, dark energy, elemental energy, fairy energy, dragon energy, and all of these sorts of energies running through your system. It's either you create a harmonizer, which I installed to Tracy, and you have to harmonize all of them to, because some of them are conflicting, like elementals, fire and water. You put them together, either you cancel out or you make them harmonize. Then you create something else, right? So you have to harmonize them. And another thing that they want to point out, other than energetic hygiene, is code hygiene. Because now you're accessing multiple dimensions, especially those who's climbing multiple higher dimensions above 24D. They said, when did you last update your codes, your system, your physical codes as well, everything? Because your DNAs, when did you ask for updates? So you can ask your spirit team or meditate and just say, I want to update all of my codes, my genes, applicable to the highest realm that I can reach right now. And you can preset that into automatic as well, but you have to remember it or put it somewhere else that you can keep on remembering it so that it's always on. Or you can just meditate, and when you feel like or drawn to, you can just assign one of your guides, just say, distract me, put this into my mind, say update, ready for codes and DNA, then meditate, then you absorb it. Sometimes when you do an updates, you will see starships. Like one time I was meditating on my update, and suddenly every dog in my street started barking. And suddenly an Arcturian ship go up onto my house. I can see it. Then it just beamed down. Light codes update. Then just go. Then suddenly the dogs in my street suddenly went away. That's another topic. So updates. They want me to jump another topic. Back to dimensionality. They said you cannot force your loved ones to where you are at right now. But as you jump timelines, they are becoming aligned to what you are. Example, on my first encounters, only me can see spaceships. But as I jump through timelines, suddenly a spacecraft suddenly pop out and only my kids saw it. It's different. It's like a snake-like spaceship. I'm not sure which. I haven't investigated. But then when the time they told us to get our attention, it suddenly they said, oh, it went back to the cloud. I said, so that's not a drone because it went to the cloud. It's too high. And it's like a snake, they said. They even draw it. Then my wife's like skeptical because she couldn't see it, right? Then suddenly, on her in-between state, like theta state, she first encountered ETs, but her fears of ETs pushed her back and jolted her into distraction. Then I just said, just be open and don't worry, you're protected. And the next thing they said, the spaceship came to me and I saw it and she drew it and everything. And what my point is that some people in this timeline, like the same thing with soul contracts, they may be cold in this timeline, but on the next timeline, they may be warm. And the next timeline, they may be hot. When I say that one, it's business, like business. Some customers are cold, who doesn't know you, who don't care. Some are warm, which is in between, neutral. Maybe care, maybe not, in between. And some are hot, which is the one who believed in you or the ones who's always there for you. So there are multiple timelines, and sometimes they go hot, warm, cold, depends on where you're at and what lessons you have to learn. So you don't really have to control something that you don't have control with, because when you force it, you lose control on the things that you can control. That's their main message. Anything else, Angelic Films? None. So they said, any questions so far before we end the session? Because I think we went over time. So any questions so far? All good. So thank you for having me, and thank you for this opportunity for me to be of service. And I'm happy to be here. Thank you. So have a good night. Blessings.